Hello guys, I'm Shao came back here once again. You saw tired of the video. Hajime Ippo round 1501 came out today. Apparently there was a 2-week break. I believe the first break was real, but the second break I believe there was some type of Japanese holiday. Why do I believe that? Because both Ippo and One Piece went on break, even though they didn't say anything about going on break last week. So it must have been some type of Japanese celebration holiday or something like that. The reason why. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But quick recap. Last chapter, Sendo was put to sleep. Oh my gosh, looking like a dead body. Look at him. Look at him. How is he gonna get out of this one? But doing a lot of editing during that time, I thought about it, and Ricardo Martinez might actually be hurt. But who knows? I read the title of this chapter. Who knows, man? Who knows? But let's get right into it. In the first page, Sendo once again stretched. Oh my goodness! Nah, he's still conscious. He's still conscious. I'm about to say, like, he look like there's no life in his eyes. He's done. But picking up from the last chapter, where Sendo just got dropped again with the straight right hand down the pipe. And the referee's in between them. Ricardo Martinez is looking at his unconscious carcass. Round 2, an absolute explosion. The champion forces Sendo to the mat twice. Can he get back up to his? Well, can he get back up to force a comeback? Round 1501. The Tiger's tenacity. Ugh. Let's see. Words can mean anything. And the commentators say, the announcer says, the champion's right explode again. Ippo me out of shock. The challenger's second down this round. Takamura is, I can't say concerned, but he's interested. And Dante is just, he's quite shocked by it. And his middle school teacher and grandma's quite stoic, but the middle school teacher is sweating and quite concerned. The crowd's like, what the? Ain't Sendo the toughest? How did he go down so easily? What the heck? And the ref says 3, and Sendo's back up. Well, we gotta see. This could mean anything. And Sendo's like, hey, can you stop? I'm up, ain't I? And Ricardo looks at him. Whoa! It confirms my theory. He's hurt. It confirms my theory. Ricardo's hurt. We see this picture of Ricardo, right? And there's 2 panels. And the lower panel shows his arm throbbing. Sendo's up, but he is shaky. He is shaky. I don't know how Sendo's gonna pull this one off. He is quite shaky. And the crowd's like, he got up. Yeah, real quick this time. Maybe he didn't do much damage. It depends with Sendo. It depends. You can get dropped and get back up. But then again, we all know how Ippo versus Sendo round 2 went. So just... Ippo's like, there's no way that didn't do damage. Wait, there's no way it didn't do damage. And Miata's like, that second right let it stand on. Did the first one did as well? Just... Now maybe he's just added on to it. Yeah, he's added on to it. And Takamura's like, thinking to himself, Sendo. And Sendo says to himself, I gotta bring the belts to Grandma's bedside. He charges at Ricardo. And the ref says, continue. And then I said, we resume. And Sendo lands on Ricardo's guard. The challenges presses forward like the down never happened. Sendo throws enough punches. It connects on Ricardo's guard. But it connects strangely. And the reason why I said it is, he throws the right hand, but it kind of grazes the outside of his right hand of Ricardo Martinez. It looks strange. So I don't know if that's some head movement or that's Sendo's misfiring. I don't know. And the crowd's like, he still got it. His fist sure ain't dead. And Sendo whips another punch. Ricardo slips out the way. Blam hits with a jab. The champion's left. Well, that I said, what the champion's left is an unmatched accuracy. Sendo's well, there he goes. His legs are shaky. The crowd is shocked. And then that's just the Tiger advance is easily stopped. So it's about time. Yes, Ricardo's finally kicking up the jabs. It took you long enough, Ricardo. Jeez, it took you long enough. Sendo's going to high guard. His legs are wobbly. But like I said, only thing Sendo got to do is make it to the second round. Sendo use the feet and just you got to do something, Sendo. You just can't sit here and just keep doing the same thing. And the crowd said his legs are dead. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, he did go down twice. Sendo says to himself, Grandma's waiting. Takamura thinking to himself. Sendo continued to think to himself. No, because I say Takamura thinking to himself because it just says dot dot dot. Sendo continues. Gotta bring the belt. The man that Grandma raised is gonna come back as world champion. You see Takamura just dot 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 with veins in his forehead, and Sendo looked quite mad. Yeah. And Takamura stands up. Whoa, it says Sendo. And Dante's shocked. Dante looks over. Takamura got the head vein, and he sinks back down. And Dante's like, what was that? And the announcer says, and back in the ring, the challenger refused to back down. He pushes through with pure force. And to be continued. How many pages was in this chapter? 9. So, yeah. That's more or less it. Sendo gets back up. And, he got back quickly up this time. Ricardo is finally using the versatile jab, but it seems like the wide swinger is no longer working. It's rather that because Sendo's slowing down, Ricardo's just stepping out the way, and he's whipping punches, and he's moving his head movement, and he throws out a jab. And he throws out 2 jabs, and the other one's like angled like an uppercut. And it just got Sendo's wibbly wobbling there. Got him on Bambi legs, slipping and sliding. Well, not slipping and sliding, but he is. Yeah, his legs is wobbling. His grandma's gonna come back as world champion. So, what was Takamura doing when he yelled at Sendo? Well, that was quite simple. He was hoping that by yelling at Sendo, that it would remind Sendo what him and Takamura was doing in sparring, or what him and Miyata was doing in sparring. Because outside of that, there's no other reason why Takamura would be mad. There'd be no other reason why Takamura got the head veins, and he keeps thinking about something, and he gets up and yells at Sendo, but we don't see if Sendo hears it or not, because it just focuses on Takamura and Dante. He sits back down, and Dante's like, what was that? And the last 2 panels are just, I can't say it's vague, but it's just, we just see the arena, and they just Sendo just keep going at Ricardo. So, that's that. I was not expecting it just to be 9 chapters. But, you can see why a person can get excited by saying Sendo is tenacity. But it's just... Hey, at least Sendo put up the hard guard this time, right? Hey, at least he did that. He was able to block those last 2 jabs. At least Sendo hasn't completely lost his mind. He's not going crazy. Still waiting for that head movement, though. But it's just... But that's the thing. The head movement just can't be pulled out at any time. You're going to look back at those chapters I keep referencing. Miyata was hitting him with the jab until like the 2nd or 3rd round when his instincts kicked in. So, yeah, it all comes down to what is said in the corner with Sendo and his coach. Because of this grandma thing, as much as it could be a hindrance, in a way it could be keeping Sendo alive right now. What do you mean? If Sendo was get hit with those 2 back-to-back, would Sendo be able to get back in a clear mind state? Yes. But he wouldn't be fighting like he is now. Because until those last 2 jabs came out, until until Ricardo popped him with that real jab, he was still going around with pretty much no guard. And just throw him out. So just, hey, he's not completely out of his mind. He's not completely stuck on the grandma thing. But it's just, he's taking that second down better than I would expect it to. Especially with that straight right hand. And I keep emphasizing there's no way that could do no damage. Now, every time Sendo does graze or connect towards Ricardo's gab, not jab, his guard, he still is shanking. And we do gotta confirm, I'm not crazy, Ricardo Martinez's hand is actually hurt. It actually is. So, maybe I'm crazy, right? So that panel where I said that Ricardo, like, it's rather that Sendo miss or graze his, like, the right hand of his guard. Maybe the tinfoil hat is on extra tight, right? Because the second punch was clearly shown to whiff. Why did I don't, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe he was only aiming for the right hand. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy to believe that Sendo's trying to shut down Ricardo's right hand. Whether subconsciously or not. I don't know. But I just find it strange. Because like, the other instant with Sendo whiff right, it's so obvious that Ricardo slipped out the way and then popped him with that straight left down the pipe. But the other case, where Sendo landed the first two punches, that right hand just looks strange. It looks weird. It does. Because it's not shown as Sendo whiffing, but it's also not shown as Sendo like connecting. It's whether that George had an art mistake or maybe it only connected on the right hand. I don't know. A lot of things will be revealed if Sendo is able to make it to the second round. Seems like this fight will be making it past the next chapter. The way with George is going with this one. So maybe the fight could be wrapped up in September if Sendo's going to lose. If not, the furthest I can see this fight going is like October, maybe early November. But it depends what happens, right? I'm dead serious. Because it seems like at this point, especially based on the last chapter where Sendo was catching the, I can't say catching the beat, that right was picking him apart. Not like Mishima towards Rosario, but it's stretching him out. Like he needed a gurney. So it just, and then another case when Sendo was on the ground this time. His eyes are still conscious. Sendo, what's going on here, buddy? Cause I thought he was showing that he was out cold. No, his eyes are still conscious. What's going on here, buddy? I don't know. I'm just saying it looks. I'm just saying it looks strange. It's weird. It's weird. It's real weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's real weird. Weird. And then we get no commentary. We get no commentary from Ricardo. Just no nothing. Just he's back to the same old thing, and it's just. You got nothing to say about this? Nothing is just like. Nothing about his mental state? Just. Bet you wish you was in better mental condition than this. Yeah. So the more interesting thing is, if he makes it to the end of round 2, right? Will Takamura get up from the commentary table to tell Sendo something in the corner? Is that a possibility? That's what it seems. I was not expecting Takamura to have at least a good, like, he gets a lot of panels in this chapter. And it's just like, the commentary from Ippo and Sendo is just like, there's no way he didn't take any damage. And the right hand is struck dead on. Didn't the first one also strike dead on? Like, something's odd here. It's rather that Ricardo Martinez is unable to punch Sendo 100% with his right hand because of Sendo been damaging his arms, or Sendo is a lot tougher than we think he is. It's just like, I can't be the only one thinking this commentary is strange. Then Takamura's upset, which could add credence to that theory I made, what it means to be like a world champion. Hey, whether grandma dies or not, like you're in here doing a job. You can actually die. You don't got time to be worried about grandma. You want grandma to want the belt that bad, then prove it. Prove it. Do it as a boxer and not some ruthless delinquent. You're a man now, Sendo. You're carrying the hopes of Japan on your back. You can't slip up now because it's a mental turmoil. Like, come on, you gotta get your mind together. Even with that being said, does it guarantee Sendo wins the fight? I would say no. But depending on how much power the right hand had on Sendo's cranial cavity. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, during the break, for some strange reason, right? I got reminded, when certain fights happen, it never turns out easily. But some might say, what do you mean? Right? We have two different scenarios. Before Ippo fought Gonzalez, Vorik fought uh Vorik fought Mike Elliott, right? And in that fight, Mike Elliott destroyed the White Fang in round one and dropped him instantly. No different from Ippo pulled up the dempsey roll against Sendo. No different from when Ippo got dropped in round two easily. It's just, it's never an easy fight. I'm not saying who's going to win it or who's not. I'm just saying there could be some parallels. The first title fight is never easy for anybody. I don't know, man. I don't know. Similar thing that happened with the great Takamura when Brian actually starts, show off we can actually do. I don't know, man. And remember, they was also doing good as well, right? I don't know. Look, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's just, it's some weird things going on. It's weird. That's all I can say. It's weird. But I know you got thoughts and opinions about this. Is Sendo still getting up, which is no surprise, but it's just the commentary on the second right landed dead on, and then we got a close up of Ricardo Martinez's hand throbbing, well, arm throbbing. It's just, is Ricardo unable to throw out to his full capacity because his right arm is damaged? Like, it's not just a brain dead theory. Nah, I'm not just insane. It actually is shown. And then, like, Takamura's involvement in the fight. Hey, look, man. All I gotta say is, this is one of the strangest fight beginnings I've ever seen. It's just weird all around. It's just strange. I say it's good for Sendo. It's not just taking the jabs blindly on anymore. Which Ricardo struck him with that rear one. He immediately put up his high guard, protecting himself. That's what I'm talking about, Sendo. That's what I'm talking about. But it's just, I don't know. I really would like to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this chapter. Because it's just, I know I'm not crazy. I know I can't be the only one thinking that this is weird. This is actually strange. Yes, yeah, he actually goes in the cross-on guard when the target advance is stopped easily. Or it's easily stopped. Interesting. Very interesting. So it's just, maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe the delusioning, maybe the tinfoil hat is cutting off circulation. Or maybe, just maybe, Sendo might pull through and win this one. It's been Mr. BK. We gotta like to be like, comment, subscribe, and peace. This chapter is just weird, man. It's weird.